Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest look at your forecast. Yesterday's high temperatures in the 50s to near 60 in Concordia thanks to a southerly component to our wind, but today it's going to be a different story. We also had some much needed rainfall, a real first opportunity of rain for the month, and we were 19 days into the month. So very good news. We still have a lot of ways to go before getting anywhere close to where we should be for this time of the month or for the year. So anything helps, and we're going to add a little bit more onto it today. In the meantime, here's a look at radar estimates. You can see many spots in the blue showing at least an inch worth of rainfall. So there were some heavier downpours in some locations. Unfortunately, it's not going to be quite as widespread with the heavier downpours for today compared to yesterday, but it is still going to be a rainy day overall and steady temperatures through the day thanks to a wind that will continue to shift over to the northeast, eventually to the north later on tonight. Continue to usher in the cooler temperatures and steady temperatures for the most part, even through tonight into tomorrow morning. So rain will continue through the day. You'll notice that a lot of the reflectivity here on the radar is green, the yellow stain in Missouri. So it is going to be a light, steady rain, and that even continues into this evening as well before it diminishes overnight tonight. And then eventually we will get these clouds to clear out through the day tomorrow. And depending on how quickly that occurs, could depend on how warm we get. But it will be a very breezy, almost windy day tomorrow with highs generally in the mid to upper 40s. Possibly low 50s in a few spots if we can get the clouds to clear a little bit quicker. But wind gusts 30 to 35 miles per hour out of the north-northwest will kind of keep our temperatures limited on getting that warm. If you're heading out to the Chiefs game tonight, temperatures again staying fairly steady even into this evening as the rain once again not going to be overly heavy. It'll generally be a light rain, worst case scenario. Otherwise, it may just end up being a drizzle, more of a nuisance, if anything at all. And it will be breezy. North wind 15 to 25 miles per hour. Let's take a look at your travel forecast heading into the Thanksgiving holiday. If you are sticking here in Northeast Kansas, obviously we'll detail what to expect here in Northeast Kansas with our 8-day forecast here in a little bit. But you'll notice that rain will continue to push off across the eastern half of the country. So by tomorrow, you'll notice that the rain will mainly impact the eastern half of the country with winter precipitation and some snow in the northeast. Much of the western two-thirds of the country is going to end up being dry late tomorrow. And then by Wednesday, which would be the busiest day of this holiday travel period, at least before Thanksgiving, not much. Perfect weather for Wednesday across the country, at least for the most part. Maybe a little bit of snow up in the northwest. Otherwise, as we head into Wednesday night, Thursday, and Friday, that's when the storm system starts to push down and produce some snow along the Rockies. There's a chance that that storm system could lead to a little bit of light snow for Kansas Saturday into Saturday night. I had that snow chance in the 8-day forecast yesterday for Friday night. Now it's being pushed back a little bit into more Saturday night with that particular boundary that we'll be pushing through with that disturbance. So that'll be something to watch for over the weekend. Whenever we get it, if we get snow, I'm not expecting much in the way of impacts. And then once we get into Sunday, we'll watch to see how much of an impact that snow will have on Sunday if you may be traveling back during that time as it continues to push up towards the Great Lakes area. Otherwise, much of the middle part of the country is dry, maybe some rain down to the south. So overall, it's not going to be terrible. I don't foresee a whole lot of hazards unless you're leaving today or tomorrow. Now, today there is a severe weather risk down to the Gulf Coast states, the south. So if you're leaving today, that might be a concern. If you're leaving tomorrow, that'll be a concern, especially in the northeast where there will be some winter weather. If you're leaving Wednesday, you should be okay. And then as we get back past the Thanksgiving time frame, obviously we'll continue to monitor that. If you're sticking around here in Northeast Kansas, Wednesday and Thursday may end up being the nicest days that we'll have. Depending on the timing of a cold front on Thanksgiving Day itself will depend on how warm it actually gets. But regardless, you'll notice the cool down and highs more in the upper 30s and low 40s as we round out the holiday weekend, Friday through Sunday. And those lows also get a little bit on the cool side, generally in the 20s, after another mild start, if you will, for tomorrow morning with temperatures, again, not cooling down all that much from where they'll be for today's afternoon highs. Looking at the extended outlook, looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook, below normal temperatures, normal precipitation or equal chances of below and above normal precipitation amounts. The cool weather sticks around for the 8 to 14 day outlook, maybe a little bit above average across the state precipitation wise. And then the 3 to 4 week outlook, above average temperatures return. I did want to show you an updated outlook for the 3 months of winter, December, January, and February, looking at wetter than normal conditions. That's good news. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be snow. You would think it would be for the most part, but it could be any precipitation type. So that's good news. Wetter than normal. We need it. It's been very dry this month, but as we enter in winter next month, December 1st, going all the way to the end of February, that time frame, potentially wetter than normal conditions. Temperature-wise, we're kind of right on the edge of that above normal temperatures, probability of it, or, well, it's a little bit tricky because the gray that you see highlighted here, that is considered normal. The gray typically would indicate equal chances of above normal temperatures and below normal temperatures. But this Climate Prediction Center is really indicating this area of near normal temperatures. Not necessarily equal chances of below normal temperatures, above normal temperatures, or not necessarily one way or another of being towards one or the other. And so hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Bottom line is, I'm liking that above normal precipitation outlook for the precipitation that we certainly could use. Because again, once we get past today into this evening, not going to be a whole lot for the next 8 days after that. Even with, if we do get any snow, it's not going to be very impactful. Or I should say it's not going to accumulate a whole lot. It could be impactful if you're not careful, but it's not going to accumulate a whole lot the way it looks right now. But definitely something to monitor as we go throughout the week. Even if you are leaving town, if you're coming back, that'll be something to watch for as well. So make sure you keep checking back WIBW.com and check back throughout the week to get the latest updates.